Let's talk about tax cuts 2.0, which the House is working on, revitalizing the economy. The second round, a big part of the GOP's plan to try and retain control of the House. Here's what House Majority Whip Steve Scalise told Maria yesterday morning on Sunday Morning Futures.
The plan's to continue focusing on getting the economy moving, seeing this great economic growth, and then locking it in. We're going to bring some more bills to cut taxes. We're going to make the tax cuts permanent. That bill Chairman Brady and his committee are already working on. We just did a Jobs 3.0 bill to provide more regulatory relief and do some more things that will help create more jobs and rebuild the middle class.
Is it enough for you, as people head to the poll, if the House passed that and the Senate already showing resistance to it?
Well, I can tell you in Ohio, tax 1.0 is working. Companies are now reinvesting. I had a company that went from 70 to 140 employees already. I have companies that are talking about expanding. They're also giving bonuses out there. Employees are raising wages. So as I travel Ohio, people are very happy. Now, if we can lock that in, which is important, because the only reason it's not locked in is it's gimmicks in Washington. I mean, I'm a business guy. I always chuckle at some of these little gimmicks we have. We couldn't lock it in because of this rule or that rule. So let's lock it in. Let's make sure people have certainty and predictability. I think that's going to be the second thing. And then also in 2.0, we're going to be talking about savings, because I think that's another issue. A lot of people back in Ohio are now getting more money in their pocket. We need to make sure they can save it and use it for their, whether it's education, whatever. So that's what 2.0 is going to be all about. I think it can be best explained that way when I travel the state.
I think the other thing is, I mean, look, the elections are a binary choice, and it's not just what Jim Renaci's for, it's what Sherrod Brown isn't for. And that's I think, the big contrast that Ohio voters are going to face. It's not just, are you going to keep more, are we going to talk about economic expansion? It's what Sherrod Brown isn't going to do to help Ohio businesses and families. I mean, that's pretty much...
Well, that's true, too. And I mean, there's polar opposites, because I'm running against somebody who didn't support the tax cuts bill. But
not one Democrat voted for the tax cut. So, but then they were upset. You've heard this from Nancy Pelosi. But then they're upset that the individual tax cuts weren't permanent, and they keep. Or they're now worried about the debt and the deficit all of a sudden. So, which is it? And you don't get a say because you didn't vote.
Right. And again, here's the issue for me. I came here as a businessman, and now I look at the numbers. 85% of our deficit are things unrelated to the tax cut. And the tax cut, actually, if it grows the economy, which it's doing, and we get sustained growth over 3%, then it'll pay for itself and it'll grow the economy and it'll pay the debt down. So that's the key.
Speaking of which, we're going to get the first reading on second quarter growth. And it's going to be likely north of 4%. The Wall Street Journal estimate is 4.2. The GDP now from the Atlanta Federal Reserve Bank is 4.5. There are whispers coming out of the White House it's going to be north 4.5. But again, does that stick with people? Does that resonate? Does a number resonate, or are they already feeling that?
I think they're feeling it. We discussed it earlier in the show. The consumers, the everyday people, working class people, are out there feeling the benefits in their paychecks. They're feeling better. We have the most jobs available out there with the lowest jobless rate that we've seen in almost 20 years. The consumer is feeling good. Confidence remains high. So,
and you see that in this Wall Street Journal NBC News poll that found half of registered voters approve of the president's handling of the economy, his highest mark on that question in the survey. That same poll found the president's approval rating edged higher. Even during the week, Lee Carter, when he came under criticism for his handling of that Helsinki summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin, the president's approval rating rose to 45%. That is the highest of his presidency.
That is, and there's two reasons why. I think, number one, we can't forget the importance of the Supreme Court to the voters out there. I think Republicans will support the president almost no matter what, because that is so important to them. And the other thing is, I think Democrats really blew it big in the way that they responded to Helsinki and the president's comments, because while a lot of people were rightfully upset by what the president did say, he later tried to correct himself, I think that the hysteria that happened over that actually made people more likely to defend the president than anything else. So the Democrats, I really think, and the media really needs to learn how to balance their coverage and say, well, we might be concerned. We don't have to get hysterical over it if they want to make any moves here. It's also important to know, though, that even though these are pretty high rates, this isn't necessarily significant in that other presidents have had higher approval ratings at the same point. But I think it's telling.
Real quick, Congressman, but we have potentially Vladimir Putin coming to the United States for another summit right before people go to the polls in November. Are you concerned about that?
Not at all. I think this is, again, the president has to be able to negotiate even with some of the people that are enemies of us, and I think that's the key. So we'll continue to go, and as we said, this confidence is going to continue to build. I want to go back, whether you're a firefighter or a police officer, your 401ks and your pensions are going up, and that's positive.